All right, let's dive right in. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on something pretty fascinating, a secret from the world of big-time institutional trading. We're going to explore how the real heavy hitters move markets, and, more importantly, how they try to cover their tracks.
You know that feeling, right? I think every trader has felt it. You're watching a stock, and then bam! It just explodes upward or completely tanks. And then way later, maybe minutes, maybe even hours, you finally get that breaking news alert. It just always feels like you're playing catch-up, like you're one step behind. But what if you didn't have to be?
Well, there's your answer. And according to our source material, it's not luck, and it's definitely not magic. It's about something called dark pools. The key isn't some crystal ball. It's about knowing where to look for the clues, the little breadcrumbs left behind by the biggest players in the game. It's all about getting a peek into this hidden world.
So let's get into it. This first part is all about the smart money secret. Because really, to understand how to track their footprints, you first have to understand why they operate in the shadows in the first place.
Okay, put yourself in their shoes for a minute. Imagine you're a massive hedge fund, and you need to buy, let's say, 10 million shares of a company. If you just dump that giant order onto a public exchange like the NASDAQ, everybody sees it. It's like setting off a flare in the dark. The price would just launch into orbit before you could even get half your order filled. They need a way to move in stealth mode, and that right there is the exact problem the dark pools were created to solve.
This quote from our source really hits the nail on the head. Think about it. The news, by its very nature, is reactive. It tells you what has already happened. The whole point of this strategy is to flip that script, to become proactive. It's about spotting the signs that a big move is being set up before it happens, long before it ever becomes a headline.
Okay, so we get why these secret markets exist. But what exactly are they? Let's get a really clear definition.
In the simplest terms, just think of them as private, members-only stock exchanges. You and I, the general public, we can't get in. Their entire purpose for existing is to let these huge financial institutions, we're talking hedge funds, big banks, trade enormous blocks of shares without tipping their hand to the rest of the market.
And this contrast is absolutely everything. See, on public markets, everything is out in the open. That visibility can create a kind of herd mentality, right? One big buy order can set off a total frenzy. Dark pools are the complete opposite. By hiding their intention to trade, these institutions can prevent that initial price spike, which allows them to build a huge position without immediately moving the market against themselves. It's really the difference between making a tiny ripple and causing a giant tsunami.
Okay, this brings us to the real heart of this whole explainer. If these trades are so hidden, so secret, then how in the world are we supposed to track them? Well, according to the source, they're not completely invisible. They leave footprints.
Our source material boils this all down to 3 critical things to look for. First up is size. We're not talking about your average everyday trade. We are looking for block prints that are so massive, like 5 to 10 times larger than normal, that they just have to be institutional money. Next, you look at location. Is that giant print happening above or below the current market price? A huge buy order above the asking price, that is super aggressive. It screams that somebody wants in right now and they're willing to pay a premium for it. And finally, timing. You see a cluster of these huge trades popping up right before an earnings report. Come on, that's no coincidence. That is a major clue.
So this gives us a really practical step-by-step method. It's a sequence, really. First, you spot the outlier, that crazy large print. Then you analyze its context. Where did it happen relative to the price? And finally, you connect it to the timing of market events. This is the exact framework our source gives us for turning this hidden data into a potential trading edge.
Theory is great, but what does this actually look like on a chart? Let's get practical and walk through the strategy our source material lays out for retail traders.
So here's the playbook. First, obviously, you need access to data that shows these prints. When you spot one, you literally just mark that price level directly on your chart. For example, if a monster buy order comes in at $150, you draw a line at $150. Now, you watch. Does the price start to treat that level as a new floor, like a solid support level? The final step is confirmation. You layer this insight with other technical tools, things like VWAP or your favorite moving averages, to build a much stronger case for a trade.
And here is what the author calls the secret sauce. This is where it gets really interesting. It's all about confluence, when multiple signals line up. So when you see a huge dark pool buy print and at the same time you see a flood of unusual bullish options activity on that same stock, you're seeing 2 different parts of the institutional world pointing in the exact same direction. That's a powerful combination.
And what this all leads to is a fundamental shift in your mindset. You stop just reacting to price moves that are already underway. Instead, you're using these footprints to see where the big money might be flowing next. You're following the trail, not chasing the herd.
I mean, that really changes the game, doesn't it? It offers a completely new lens to view the market through. You're moving from the chaotic surface down to the calmer, more deliberate depths.
And this is the big takeaway. The next time you see a stock just gap up on some surprise announcement, this framework suggests the signs were probably already there. The story was already being written in the data for anyone who knew how to read the language.
Of course, it's super important to note that our source includes a big disclaimer here. They make it very clear that all this information is for educational purposes only. They emphasize that all trading involves risk and that you should always do your own research before making any decisions.
And to wrap up their material, the author from Elite Trading Radar includes this call to action. They ask their audience to engage with their content if they found it valuable and to share their own experiences with tracking dark pool prints.
So we'll leave you with this one final question, and it comes straight from the source material. It just perfectly sums up the entire shift in perspective we've talked about today. It challenges you to think about where you're getting your signals from. Are you getting them from the noise of the crowd or from the quiet, deliberate tracks left by the giants?